Hi, everybody. I can't tell if I'm live or not. I've got this banner up here that says preview mode, and I'm not sure what that means. Ecamm live preview mode. So, would someone, when you pop in, say hi in the comments so I know that I'm really going live right now? That would be nice. So, hi, I'm Judy Tuttle from Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midland, Texas. Thanks for joining me today, and I have some lovely projects to show you using the Gathering Moments Suite, which is an online exclusive. So I'm looking forward to making those with you. I'm nervous that I'm not really on live. So if you see me, I'm going to text my friend here. See if she can see me. But if you pop in, oh, yay! Thanks, Chris. I'm glad you're here. I got this weird yellow frame around my camera here that says you are in preview mode. I'm not really sure what that means, but we're just going to go on. And thanks, Chris, for letting me know you're here. I'm glad someone can see me. So, before we get started on our beautiful Easy Peasy card class for this week, I think you guys are going to really like it. I have a few announcements that I want to talk to you about. And then we will tuttle up and get started doing some stamping. Okay, so here we go. First thing, I'm going to talk about it every time. We have this incredible join special right now. And if you join a team, all that means is, first of all, you get $125 worth of product for only $35. Oh my gosh. What if Dillard's gave you a coupon and said, here's a coupon for you to get $125 worth of stuff for only $35. You'd probably jump on it. That's $90 free. And you guys, there really is no strings attached. You get a 20% discount. What if Dillard said you get a 20% discount for as long as you want? You would probably love Dillard's. Well, if you're watching this video, you probably love stamping in some way or another. And this is the deal of a lifetime. So I would love to have you on my team, Tuttle Up Stampers, and for only $35, you can get $125 worth of product and 20% off for as long as you want. Why would anybody pass up on that? So if you would like more information, there are no strings. Let's say you get the starter kit and you get started and you place a few orders and then you need to take a break. Guess what you do? You take a break. So there are some minimums in order to keep going with your 20% discount, but they're very low. Okay. So, and you don't even have to worry about those till the end of March. So, reach out to me. Let me know if you're interested in joining my awesome group of people who are positive and encouraging and inspiring and creative. All right. So next, I have a breast cancer fundraiser coming up. This will be sold the whole month of October. $65 gets you over $50 of product, including this beautiful Love and Courage stamp set that Stampin' Up is giving $3 from each stamp set to breast cancer research and fundraisers as well. So great opportunity to help me stamp out breast cancer. And breast cancer, I've said this before, has hit me very close in my life. My sister, my best friend's daughter. Right now, my friend Amy Story, who lives in Dallas, is 2 years into her struggle with breast cancer, and she is not giving up. She is fighting the fight, but she needs prayers, and she needs all of us to do whatever we can to help raise money for research and to send prayers for Amy's Story in Dallas. With her battle that she is fighting right now. So I can't talk about it very much because I get emotional. So if you would like to help me with my breast cancer fundraiser, it would really mean a lot to me. Chris ordered her breast cancer fundraiser kit last night, and I can't tell you guys how much that means to me. It means a lot. All right. Whew. Okay, next. I'm having a kit night, pajama party night here at my house on November the 14th. From 6:30 to 10 p.m. This is so fun. We're all going to wear Christmas jammies. We're going to choose a kit, probably a Christmas kit, but it doesn't have to be. The kit is included. Treats are included. It's just a fun girls' night out of crafting and having fun together and lots of laughs and singing Christmas songs. It's going to be a great time. So the link to that will be in the description. Obviously, that is live here in Midland, Texas. And woohoo, my next craft along is going to get started tomorrow. The November craft along is going to be this adorable gingerbread man bundle from the holiday catalog. Early bird pricing will begin tomorrow and will end on October the 31st. So if you were on my email list, you need to look for that registration tomorrow. It will not be in the description today as we do not have all of that finalized yet, but it'll be there tomorrow during my weekly newsletter. Okay. All right. So, here we go. I'm going to go to my hands and I'm going to show you this beautiful suite that we are using today. Okay. So the Gathering Moments suite. Let me pull out all the stuff that is included in this suite. And we are making 6 projects this week. This is the paper, and what I love about this paper is that one side all has a little bit of gold shimmer added to it. So this side is that awesome plaid, which I love, but this side has some shimmer. This one, look, it has the basic beige background, but can you see the shimmer in those leaves? So pretty. And then the back side is just a basic beige kind of water color print. Here's another plaid, but this plaid is the side that has the gold in it. How pretty is that? And look at this one, another one with the leaves, but this one has more of a white background, less Cajun craze, not Cajun craze, less crushed curry and a little more of Cajun craze in it. So pretty. And then the back side of this is just a basic beige plaid. And then we have this old olive stripe. Look how pretty that is. And then the back side is just kind of a watercolor wash in, it looks like early espresso, right? And then this one is no, that's the same as that one. All right, so lots of great patterns in this paper. I love the gilded gold. So we're going to be using all of these projects today. And this suite, you guys, I can't see you. I can only see the Christmas kit pajama. Yes, it's coming. It'll go away. The slide will go away, hopefully. Let me know if you can't see me in like 2 seconds. Okay, so here's the slide on. Here's the slide off. Here's the pajama party on, off. So let me know if you can see me now. Here I am, my hands right here. All right, so I hope I don't have to do this whole video over again. Let me go quickly and look at my Tuttle Up stamping page. Oh no, you're right. Why are all those up there like that? I don't know what's going on. Darn it. Can you hear me? You just can't see me, huh? Okay, so let me get out of preview mode maybe. I've never seen this happen before. Okay, mic, overlays, recording's going on, output, options. And then what is this saying? I can hear you, I just can't see you. Yeah, I don't know what is going. I don't know what preview mode is. Back to live mode. To publish before returning to live mode. No. Okay, let's go back to this. Let's get all these out of the way here. And hopefully you can see me now. Oh my gosh. You guys, there is never a dull moment here at Tuttle Up Stamping. So thank you, Susan, for letting me know that. Here we go. Let's go back to my hands again because I want to talk to you about what we are using today. So we're using the Gathering Together Suite, which includes all these products. Yay! The Gathering Moment stamp set has these beautiful fonts and sentiments and these distinctive images here. Okay. And then we have, yay, this beautiful designer series paper. And what I love about it is all the gold accents. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. And you get these streaked embellishments, and you get this embossing folder that has the leaf design in it. And you get this baker's twine in old olive and in early espresso. Okay, so I'm glad you guys are with me now without all those banners in the way. But please do, yay, consider taking part in my breast cancer fundraiser. I hope you guys didn't miss that, because to me that's the most important thing I got going on right now. It's what I care about the most, okay? So here we go. Let's get started. Why do things do that to me? Like, I have never seen a preview mode, and I don't even know why it was there. So what I'm going to say is, in the month of November, I always do 30 days of sending cards, thank you cards, gratefulness cards, to people that I love. And this week's online class to go, I'm calling the Gathering Moments Easy Peasy card class, because all of these cards are going to be super easy to put together, especially if you buy my kit, because I will have everything cut and ready to go for you. Okay, so here's our first card. Thankful for you. Don't you love all that gold? Can you see the gold shimmering in the leaves and the gold shimmering in the stripes here? It is a beautiful card. And then here's the inside. Your friendship means the world to me. So let's make this one really quick. Easy peasy. We're going to start with a card base that is early espresso. Okay. And then I have a Cajun Craze layer, and this is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have several panels of that beautiful DSP. I have this one, and what I love about this one is that I love this Cajun Craze and crushed curry. I like the crushed curry in there. It kind of pops, that yellow kind of pops, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this panel and, oh, that one broke on me earlier today. Here we go. Add some seal to the back here. And this is going to get adhered right up here in the top. This is 3 inches by 3 5/8 inches. Okay, and now this one is, thank you, old olive stripe. You can see the gold in that. Hopefully there is some gold, and it's going to go down here at the bottom. Okay, we're just going to create a little front panel with that there. Okay. So my friend Amy that I talked about, who is fighting breast cancer, she did a video for me last year and talked about how they found her breast cancer, and she is still, a year later, you guys, still battling the battle. So we still need to be fighting the fight, right? She's very heavy on my heart, but she has a lot of faith, and I know that she is going to win it. I know she is. She has a great family surrounding her. There we go. Okay, so there is our panel. This was a little 1/4 inch wide, and it's the opposite side of one of those, well, maybe the same one, DSP. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to pop this up on my front panel. See, easy peasy. That's what I promised you this week. If you're going to make enough cards to send one every day in the month of November, you need them to be easy peasy cards, right? Okay, so I'm going to pull off my dimensional backings and pop this up on my card front here. Right like that. I like easy peasy cards anyway, so it's no sweat off my back to make these this week, that's for sure. Okay, and then I'm going to do some stamping. So this is the smallest white label in basic white of those branching out dies, the same ones I used last week that I told you that I love so well. Okay, so I'm going to grab the largest leaf from this stamp set, and you're going to see, I'm going to stamp off to the side, you're going to see that it creates kind of a distinctive nature to it. Actually, that is Mossy Meadow, and I don't want Mossy Meadow. I want Old Olive, so I'm glad I stamped off. I'm glad I stamped it off first so you could see, but you can see how it just kind of gives, it makes it look like you're not stamping it completely, but it gives it a lot of texture, and it's very pretty. It's very pretty. So here we go. The Old Olive one is going to go kind of right up here across the top. And then I'm going to grab my pecan pie with my acorn. And I'm going to stamp my acorn right in there. So at one time, Stampin' Up! Had a patent on these distinctive stamps. It was something other people weren't making. I'm not sure if that is still, look, I caught the edge of that one a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it because we're going to embellish, and it's going to end up all looking just fine. And then this one is going to be an early espresso here. Whew. Hi, Marianne. Aw, you're so sweet. Marianne is another friend of mine who's battled breast cancer more than once and has survived, and we're so thankful for that. Marianne, the start of my video was a hot mess, so it's probably good that you just popped in right now. All right, and so then I have a sentiment here. Thankful for you, and I'm going to stamp that right through the middle here in Old Olive. Oh, that was terrible. Here, let me pull out another. We're going to do that whole thing over again. Okay, I'm making this look way harder than it has to, so bear with me. I think my technology issues kind of threw me off a little bit. Okay, there's my leaf. I might go ahead and do my sentiment right now, just right below that. There we go. Much better. My acorn is going to be in pecan pie. Here we go. Look at the, okay, so look at how cool the distinctive nature of these stamps. Look at that. So cool how it kind of gives it so much texture, right? Okay, and then Let's go to early espresso, which is right here. See, it's so easy peasy. It didn't even take me long to fix that. That's how easy peasy it was. Okay, and then this one, I'm going to stamp right down here at the bottom. Ah, so much better, right? Glad I took the time to redo that. Okay, so now this panel, I'm going to adhere to this gold panel here. And this gold panel is about 1 7/8 by about 3 3/8. I cut it to be perfect around this label right there. Okay, so this is actually going to go on flat. I'm going to have to figure out why that preview mode showed up, because I've never seen it before. That is so weird. They probably thought it was something good they were doing for us, right? And you're like, okay, so sometimes it's hard to find the end to these. And I found that there you go right there. If I take my nails and go like this across, eventually something will pop up like that, okay? So I'm going to grab both of these baker's twine. One is in early espresso and one is in old olive. And we are going to, glad you guys stuck with me here, because these cards are so pretty and so simple. There we go. So I'm tying the two twines together. There we go, like that. I'm going to cut the ends off here, and I'm going to grab a glue dot. Thank you, Jana. I love this set too. It's so pretty. Makes fall cards so simple to make. And I don't know if you guys heard at the beginning, because who knows what was there and what wasn't. I always do 30 days of gratefulness in November, and I like to send a card every day for 30 days. You guys, you wake up every day sending a card to someone you're grateful for, and your whole mindset will change, right? We have so much, so much to look forward to in this country. So, and we're so blessed, right? I mean, there's a lot of people struggling out there. Those sad federal workers. I'm not going to get political. I'm not an overly political person, but you know, I woke up today and I get to sit in my craft room and stamp and love on people, and that is a blessing, right? So there we go. All right, so this is going to go right here. How pretty is that? I'm going to sprinkle on a few dots. My point was we just have a lot to be thankful for. So I'm going to put another big one. Ooh, maybe a medium-sized one right here. And then a small one. Maybe those are the same size. Put them right there. Okay. Then for the inside of our card, isn't that pretty? Look at that. So pretty. Yeah, Jana, I do it every year. I challenge the people who are watching me to do it, because we all have lots of thank you cards sitting around, right? And why not use them and let people know how much you love them, appreciate them, and all that. So we'll talk more about that later. So the inside of this is going to be with Old Olive ink. And it's going to say, which is my favorite sentiment of this whole set, it's going to say, your friendship means the world to me. Ugh. I don't know why I'm catching the corners on this. Let me grab a tissue. Really, this set is so gorgeous. And I haven't had that problem at all until I just got on Facebook with you guys. So I don't know what the deal there is. Okay, let me try again. Nice thing is that every piece of paper has two sides, right? So let's stamp it right here. There we go. Perfection. And we will attach this to the center of this Cajun craze. So this Cajun craze was 3 3/4 by 5. And my basic white here is 3 5/8 by, so which side do you think? Should I do this side with the Cajun craze? I can't remember what I did on my other card here. Oh, nope, I did the leaves. So let's do some leaves. Well, it is a challenge. I can tell you that. And it's going to be a challenge for me because, Marianne, you and I are going to be in Las Vegas for 4 days. And what you have to do, this is what I learned last year, is that you have to have them ready to go before you leave and the dates marked on them for your husband to put them in the mailbox. Now, I have a sneaky suspicion that last year my husband just put them all in the mailbox in one day, and I called it good because, you still sent the same number of cards, right? So it's the out of time times. We're also going to California in November for just a few days for a wedding, which will be fun as well. Okay, there we go. So now all I have to do with this panel is put it on the inside. So if you're going to be out of town or gone, just get your cards ready before you leave, address them and all that good stuff, and then put a sticky note on them. You could mail them from Las Vegas, I guess, too, couldn't you? I think I'll have a lot on my mind in getting ready for Las Vegas. So how pretty is this? I love this one. Okay, so that was an easy peasy card that I made look way harder than it had to. So anyway, here's the front, and then here's the inside. Your friendship means the world to me. Okay, so let's put that aside. I'm going to do some cleaning up. I'm going to take some deep breaths because I know you're all my friends, and I know that you know that I know that we're just here to love each other, right? Support one another. And we all know that technology is dumb and frustrating at times. So, okay, what do I have here? Okay, let me get all the rest of these all cleaned off, and then we can move to our next card. So the next card is a card that I made for a swap I was in. I loved it. So I hope you guys will love it too. I'm using the big leaf. So look at these dies. These dies have two big leaves, an oak leaf and a maple leaf. These little holes in it, you can like embroider with this baker's twine if you wanted to. I'm not doing that this time because I'm making these cards easy peasy, right? And then all of the dies that cut out the elements that are in the stamp set that can be stamped and die cut out. All right. So I used this biggest leaf right here on a piece of Cajun craze. And then I use those Everyday Arches dies for my sentiment, kind of coming from the side. So let's put this one together. Okay, so easy peasy. When you're doing swap cards, you need easy peasy cards, right? So I have a piece of basic beige that is 4 by 5 1/4, and I have a piece of the DSP. How pretty is that? That is 3 3/4 by 5. So these two are going to get adhered together. So tonight, you guys, here at my house, I am having the Halloween cookies and treat box class that I've been talking about. It's tonight. I have 12 ladies, and I only know 4 of them coming to my house tonight, so that'll be fun. I love entertaining at my home, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this in this early espresso twine here at the bottom. And my rule of thumb is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more if you're tying a bow. And since I want this to be a double threaded going around, I'm going to do that one more time. I'm just going to pull it and copy that same amount right there. So if you're doing a bow, my rule of thumb is 4 links plus a little bit more. If you're doing a knot, you only need 3 links and a little bit more. Okay? And I don't know where I came up with a little bit more, but it always seems to help to have a little bit more. So there you go. Yes, I know. I'm so excited. Hi, Jeannie. Jean. It says Jean Joe. So that kind of threw me off there a second, Jean. I'm not used to seeing that. Okay, here we go. You must be on a different device than you're usually on. There we go. So here's my bow right there. I might make it just a tiny bit smaller. There we go. Tiny bit smaller right there. Now, sometimes when you're tying a bow with baker's twine, it gets a little loosey-goosey here. Hi, Becky White. Thanks for joining me from Kentucky. So fun. Okay, so it's a little loosey-goosey. So my trick is to turn it over, lay down some seal or seal plus, and then pull that twine into that seal plus, and it takes up the slack. Okay, there we go. And no one will see it because it's on the back side. So this panel now is going to get popped up right here on this card base. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Jeez Louise, this is Judy's day of crazy things happening. Here they are right here. All right. I have had all morning long to prepare for this Facebook Live. I was so ready. I had everything in its place, ready to go. And I think that technology thing just kind of threw me for a loop. But get over it, Judy, right? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. All right. So I am not having kids here this year. This is our year not to have the kids, which always kind of makes me sad. So this year for Thanksgiving, we will be going to Jim's sister's place, which will always be fun. It's always a good time. We have Cowboy fans and Chief fans in our family, which sometimes can make it a little tense, right? But this year they're playing each other on Thanksgiving Day, so that should be fun. Who do I want to win? Here's the deal. My husband has been a diehard Cowboy fan his whole life. My daughter and son-in-law lived in Kansas City the first time the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, so they are big Chiefs fans. My son is also a big Cowboy fan, but luckily they all won't be in the same room together. You can all watch it from wherever they're at for Thanksgiving. At Jim's sister's house, it'll be mostly Cowboy fans. So, but how fun that they're playing each other on Thanksgiving Day. That is not my most favorite thing to do, is watch football, but it seems to be what we always do, and no one asks my opinion, right? So, hi, thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here. You guys, I was thinking the other day about all the people that have joined my team in the last couple weeks, and I am just so thankful to God of the amazing people that He has brought into my life. And I'm going back here, so blah, blah, blah. I cut basic beige, everyday arch. This is the smallest one. And then the next larger size up, I cut in Cajun Craze, okay? So I'm going to grab my Cajun Craze ink, and I'm going to stamp "Your friendship means the world to me." And I'm going to stamp it so that the straight edge is on the right. See if I can do it. It looks like I didn't get ink on my edges. So voila! This is going to get popped up on this. Your friendship. Isn't that the sweetest sentiment? I love that. Your friendship. Oh, and ignore the back side. I stamped it for my swap and realized I stamped the wrong side. I should have stamped it on this side. So we're just going to cover that up. That's the nice thing about having two sides to every piece of paper, right? No one will ever know the difference on that. Let me put one in the middle. Probably doing too many, but can't ever have too many dimensionals, I don't think. I have a friend that never takes off the backing of the middle dimensional. She just lets it lift without being adhered. So to each their own. There, okay. So now this is going to get adhered right here onto that leaf. And I don't really need dimensionals underneath it because it's going to stick to the leaf here in the middle. Okay, so let me go. I want it to be even with the basic beige edge right there. So it's going to go right like, whew, so pretty, right? Okay, let me grab some of my gems here. I'm going to put one in the corner right here on the label. And I'm going to put a couple more up here, kind of balance it off in that corner right there. Okay, so that's the front of our card. How fun is that? And then I'm going to add something to the inside here. So I cut a piece of basic beige that is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to add a strip of this plaid paper to the bottom. I just love this plaid paper. I like plaid on paper. I'm not sure I love to wear plaid. I like plaid shirts. I like shackets. You guys know those shirt jackets, the plaid shackets that have like the sheep wool on the inside. I love that. Okay, so this is going to go right here. And then I'm going to grab my sentiment that says many thanks. You guys are just listening to me drone on. You're not really adding to the conversation, which is fine. I can talk to the wall, right? So anyway, what I was going to say earlier is that, I'm just myself. I just am my authentic self. And sometimes it's a mess and sometimes it's not. But I want you to know how much I love you guys watching me and being a part of this community with me. That's what Tuddle Up means. Tuddle Up means gather together. There's a long story behind it that I'll share with you at one point, but it just really means gather together and be in community with each other. So there we go. There's card number 2. Do you guys like that one? You can show me some love and likes using the little emojis and the many thanks on the inside. So that's card number 2. Let me move all these to the sides. And the last one is a fun fold, but it's a very easy fun fold. So it's one of my favorite ones to use. Let me get all these pieces put away here. So you can get this kit in the mail, and we're going to have 6 projects. So I'm doing 3 today and 3 more tomorrow. So this will be a loaded class, a couple of more projects than what we normally have. Remember, I promised you these cards would be easy peasy. So this fun fold that's coming up, even though it's a fun fold. Hi, Sherry. I didn't see you pop in. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mary Ann. I didn't see that you said that. Well, I needed a lot of tips too, and I kind of just learn as I go. Okay, so here's our 3rd card. expressing heartfelt gratitude. And then this opens like this. Okay, so let's put this together. I have a piece of Cajun craze, and I have scored it, cut it at 5.5 by 8.5, scored it down the middle at 4 1/4, and then in the middle again of this front panel at 2 1/8. Okay, so that's going to create that Z fold here in the front. Okay, right like that. Now, I think maybe, let me look at the inside here. Maybe I'll do the inside first. No, I'm not going to do the inside first. I'm going to do the outside first. There's a reason for that. All right, so I have a panel of early espresso that I have embossed with the leaves embossing folder that comes in this suite called the Gathering Together Suite. Okay, it is not in a catalog. It is an online exclusive, so a great one for you to grab. This panel is 3 3/4 by 5. 3 3/4 by 5. And I cut a panel of that DSP. You can see the gold in it, so pretty. That has the basic beige background to it. Okay, so this is 2 inches wide by 5 inches long, and it is going to get adhered flush with this left side right here. Okay, now I am going to adhere this to my front here, but I only want adhesive on this front folded part right here. Okay, so I'm going to grab my seal and I'm going to put adhesive right here and here alone. Okay, and not all the way over to the edge. It's just going to go kind of right in the middle there, about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Now this panel, I'm going to center it top, bottom, and sides. Here we go. And I'm just going to press it in. And then that is the way it'll open. See, it's just stuck to that little side right there. I feel like it's a tiny bit crooked. Let me see if I can straighten this up. The nice thing about regular seal is it does not stick quite as fast. There we go. Just needed a slight little adjustment there. Okay, so there we go. There's the front so far. How easy peasy was that, right? Okay, now I have a panel of basic beige that is 3 by 4.5. And then I have this textured notes die, rectangle die, that has all this little embossing around the edge. And this one is about 2 3/4 by about 4 1/4. Okay, 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to do some stamping on the bottom of this, and I'm going to stamp expressing heartfelt gratitude on the inside. But before I do that, I'm going to take my Cajun craze here, and this largest leaf, I'm going to stamp coming up from the bottom right here. I'm just kind of creating a mixture of leaves and mushrooms here at the bottom of this paper. So I think that's all I need of that one. And then I'm going to grab this skinnier leaf and my crushed curry ink here. And I'm going to do a crushed curry right in here. And another one kind of right up here. And then I even filled in with a little bit down here at the bottom just to kind of fill that corner in there. All right, and then my mushroom. How do you guys feel about mushrooms? I think they're cute. I don't really like to eat mushrooms. I mean, sometimes they're okay. It's not like I go, oh, I'm craving mushrooms. Does anybody say that? Oh, I'm craving mushrooms. I don't know. I'm going to put a mushroom, kind of fill in that spot there. I'm going to have one coming in from the side right here, and maybe another kind of off on the side right there. Okay, so there is my front panel. Just randomly stamped some mushrooms and some leaves on it. I'm going to keep this early espresso out because I'm going to stamp expressing heartfelt gratitude right smack in the middle here. A little more towards the top, probably. How pretty is that? Love it. Okay. Now, I'm going to do what I did on the last card, and I'm going to grab my early espresso, and I am going to wrap it around the bottom of this panel. Nope, I lied. I'm going to glue it on my basic beige panel first, and then I'm going to wrap it around. For a lot of years, my family had a tradition of running the turkey trot on Thanksgiving Day, but only when everybody's in town. So this year, since not everybody's going to be here, and yes, I did run it for several years. The last few years, it's been more of a walk run, I should say. And we renamed it from the turkey trot to the Tuttle Trot, and my son-in-law made some great t-shirts for us, and it's always been a fun thing that we do together. Do you guys have any fun family traditions out there that you do at Thanksgiving? We used to always go to a movie the evening. Gosh, movies. I kind of miss movie theaters, you guys. We have one here. We go to it when they're showing a movie that we really want to see. But it doesn't always get the greatest movies. But I love going to a movie theater. There's something about buying popcorn and sitting in the reclining seats, right? And we are big movie buffs in our family. So we have in the past gone to a movie after the Cowboys win. Another tradition that Jim and my son Carson have is that they don't let themselves have a piece of pie until the Cowboys score. That's another one of their traditions. So that's fun. Okay. So I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of this. We are almost done with our 3 cards for today. So I got a swap card very similar to this. It was just a flat card, and I just made it my own, made it into a Z fold, and we have an easy peasy fun fold card, right? Okay, so there we go. This is going to go right here. I love the texture of that embossing folder around the edge there. I don't know if you can see that very good on film. But there's a lot of texture around the edge right there. Yes, I hear ya. And now, you know, they have that thing, Jan, where they have the multiple screens, right? Like, I need to cut my basic beige panel here. So this one is 3 3/4 by 5. Yep. And I should have cut this a little bit smaller. So I'm going to cut about 1/4 inch off the top and the side here. So it'll fit. And yes, I am that good. I've done Stampin' Up for so long, I can eyeball 1/4 inch. Isn't that a great trait to have? Okay, so on the top of this one, I'm going to stamp Many Thanks in Early Espresso ink. My husband loves the multi-view. Jan. I remember one of the first New Year's weekends that I went to visit my husband's family after we got married. So we were newly married. New Year's Day, and Jim's family, this is back in the day, y'all. This is in the mid 80s. They pulled in 3 television sets into their living room and had 3 sets going on at one time. And I was just appalled. I was just like, is this what we're going to do all day long? It's just, I mean, my family watched football, but they never watched it like that. That's for sure. And he's like, yeah, we're going to be watching football today from 10 a.m. until we go to bed tonight. And I was like, oh my goodness. Why didn't I see this red flag before we got married? It wouldn't have made any difference, but I just thought, people did other things like my family did, which was like take a nap, right? So, anyway, it's all been good. Okay, so I just stamped the big leaf in Cajun Craze, the smaller leaf in crushed curry, and then a couple of mushrooms on there. This is going to go right inside this early espresso panel here. And then this will go on the inside of my card. So here's the only trick to this card right here is that you're going to turn this whole thing over this way so that that panel is showing right there. You're going to take this panel and you're going to flip it over so it lines up with that one. Okay, so just get the corners going straight. We're going to add some seal or whatever adhesive you want around the edges here. Okay. And I'm going to make sure it's lined up again. And then look what you do. You take the back panel and press it down onto that inside panel. And then you know that everything's going to line up. You won't see the inside panel on the outside until you open it up. It's all lined up perfectly. Isn't that pretty? Okay, last thing. One more thing to do is just to add some gems. So you can get this kit in the mail, you guys, with any order of $50 or more in my Tuttle Up shop. It's right there at the top of the screen. I'm in Midland, Texas. I have a lot of people message me and say, where are you? And I say it at the beginning of every video. So I am in Midland, Texas. This will be 6 cards. Lisa, you might want to fast forward over the first 2 minutes because for some reason the technology was acting weird. So I'm just giving you a fair warning. So here's card number 3 right here. And let me pull out the other ones. So these are just the first 3 projects, you guys. There are going to be 6 projects all together this week. I have 2 more cards tomorrow and a really cute little gifty item. Cute little chocolate holder that you can give to people at Thanksgiving or just your office mates or people that live nearby, any of those things. So here's today's cards. I love them. And I hope that you guys love them too. If you like, love, whatever, would you give me some emojis? And I would love if you would share me out to your friends and let them know I'm here. I will be back here tomorrow Jana, Mondays I'm always at noon. Tuesdays, tomorrow I'll be at 10:30, but after tomorrow I'll be at noon again. So I'm usually noons, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but tomorrow I'm going to be here at 10:30 a.m. for the next 3 projects. So I would love to have you come back and join me, and I'm Central Time. So I have 2 more cards, at least 1 more fun fold, and a little treat box tomorrow. So I'll put the links to all my stuff up in the description, the breast cancer fundraiser, the joint special, and the pajama party. The gingerbread man won't come out until tomorrow's email and tomorrow's Facebook Live, the link to that. So God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. my time. Bye-bye.